I'm Jason Peacock. Recently I did a review of Viticulture Essential Edition. This is one of my favorite games. It blew me away. From the theme of the game, I never thought I could enjoy a game with that kind of theme as much as I do. So I'm following that up with the Tuscany Essential Edition, the expansion for the Viticulture Essential Edition. This offers 3 new modules to the game. An extended board with a new way of doing the wake-up chart with the roosters, a whole deck of structure cards, and a special workers. Let me show you the 3 modules and then I'll tell you what I think. So everything fits in the main box, which is always good. The first module we're going to talk about is the new board. It's double-sided because the second module, the structures, if you turn the board over, has a slot for orange cards. Also, on the extended board, down in this left corner is a map of the province of Tuscany. Now there are little star-shaped actions, which is an extra action on the board. And whenever you get a bonus or do an action that gives you that symbol, it lets you place one of your 6 stars on this province. You're immediately going to get the bonus listed on that province. And at the end of the game, whoever has the most stars would get the victory point reward shown. Once all your 6 stars are placed on the board, you can start moving them around with that action. Now the biggest thing with the new board is that now we have 4 separate worker placement seasons. We no longer just have summer and winter. So there is 4 actions in each season, and then you have your gain a gold down here, and if you're playing with structures, or you can take a structure card. Let me talk about some of the new actions. Down here you have the ability to place a star on the map over there. You've got your given a tour, building a structure like your other one. Now in the summer season, again, you can play a yellow card, plant green cards. Now we have a new action here. This is a trade action. You can trade any of these 4 icons listed for any other icon. You can trade any 2 cards from your hand for any 2 other cards, or for 3 gold, or for 1 victory point, or a 1 wine token. You can trade a 1 wine token for 1 victory point. Very cool addition. Buying and selling a field. This is the same as the first one. Now we're over in fall. You'll recognize all these: drawing purple cards, harvesting a field, making up to 2 wine tokens, building a structure, and giving a tour. Now there is a second build a structure because there's also one back in spring. Moving on to winter, you've got your typical playing a card, training a worker. This is really nice, selling wine tokens from your cellar without an order card. Doesn't matter what the number is, but any red or white token is worth 1. A rosé is worth 2, and a sparkling is worth 4 victory points. So if you don't have an order to fill, at least you can get victory points that way. And of course you can still fill an order. And as I mentioned over here, come here to grab a coin or a orange structure card. If you flip over the other side, that orange icon wouldn't be there because you wouldn't be playing with structures. Also note down here, the win is moved up from 20 to 25, and there is no limit that you can reach this time. Now, a big change with the 4 seasons is the new wake-up chart. The only way you can put your rooster on the number 1 spot is to go first is if you pick 7 the previous turn, in which case you have no choice but to go first. If you go first, you aren't going to get a bonus when you move into the different seasons. So as soon as you pass from the winter phase, that's when you take all of your workers off the board and then you put your rooster on the wake-up chart. Just say I put my rooster on number 5. you're going to go fifth. Everyone does their spring actions, and then once everyone's passed and you move into summer, you move your rooster along here, and then you're going to get the bonus listed. Then you'll place your workers for that season. Same thing's going to happen when you get to fall and then passing into winter. Other than that, the rest of the game is the same. So let's talk structure cards. We've got this whole other orange deck full of cards, and anytime you come across this action, you're allowed to take one of those cards from the deck. There's a few different ways you can do it. The bonus here from buying, selling a field. When you come here to take a coin, you can simply grab a structure card. You can get it from the wake-up chart, and you can get it from placing your star on the map of Tuscany. Players have a new board where they can put their structures on. You can also use an action to destroy one of your structures. Every structure gives you a victory point, and every structure does something pretty cool. Take a look at some of the structures here. If you destroy a structure that you built, you do not lose your victory point. I love the structures because it's just so much more variety. The third module is the workers. Before each game starts, you're going to pick 2 workers, and they're going to be represented by these meeples here. All the colors now have matching meeples that look like this. So if these 2 are picked, this meeple will represent the Oracle and this meeple will represent the Politico. You are still limited to 6 workers with your Grande. So if you get a special worker, then that's 1 less regular meeple worker that you can't have. So there's 10 of these. And you're playing with 2 different ones every game. So it looks like there's 11 of them. So they all have like cool little abilities. An example, the chef here. You may place the chef on an action space already occupied by an opponent's worker by bumping that worker back to the opponent's pool of available workers. Farmer. When you place a farmer on a board, you may gain a total of 1 bonus of your choice among the bonuses of that action, even if the farmer is not on a bonus action space. All bonuses on each action are available regardless of player count. So during a 2-player game, you can grab bonuses, the middle bonus, which isn't normally available. Only the leftmost space is available. So that is a cool ability as well. And I'm not going to read them all out. There's 11 different ones, and they all have an advantage. How do you get one of these special workers? You just go to pay to train a worker, and you just pay 1 more gold to train one, and that's it. That's the 3 modules of Tuscany. Let's go back up top, and I'll tell you what I think. So that was the Tuscany Essential Edition. Now, I like all 3 of these modules quite a bit, and I'm happy to add all of them to every game I play. If I play a 2-player game, though, I could see myself just playing regular Viticulture Essential without any of these expansions. But on the other hand, I'll probably mix some of these things in some 2-player games. My favorite part is definitely the extended board with the 4 separate worker placement seasons. This is awesome, and the area control that's happening in the bottom left corner with that little star action is great. It's just another layer of strategy, something more to think about, another path to victory. And then you've got the wake-up chart. Rather than just getting a bonus at the start of the year based on your thing, you are getting a bonus as you move into each new season. And the fall season from the original one is done away with, where you grab either a blue or a yellow card. Now, if you want a blue or a yellow card, your main way is positioning on that wake-up chart. So the first player to pass in the winter season gets to place their rooster first on that wake-up chart. It's very important when you're going to place in the next season. There's also more strategy in holding off your workers, because now you've got 4 separate seasons, so you've really got to do a little bit more planning ahead. Secondly, the structures. I almost like this just as much as the extended board. It's a whole new deck of cards, and if you don't want to use the structures, the board is double-sided, so none of the structure stuff is on the one side. But I would use this every game. It's another big deck of cards, full of cards that give you new benefits. You can keep building new structures over top of old ones, and it's not like you lose your victory points. So I love the structures. It's the right kind of variety for this game. And I could play this game another 10 times and not even see everything that's in that structure deck. And finally, the special workers. I do like it, it's cool, but this is the least essential module for me. I probably wouldn't use this one if I was playing with new players, but why not throw it in? It's not that complicated. There's 10 different workers and you're going to use any 2 every game, so it adds just the right amount of variety without overcomplicating things. Which is, I think, the theme of this whole module. You can throw all 3 in and it doesn't overcomplicate viticulture too much. Maybe if you were teaching a game and you included everything in, but we did play with a new player with all the stuff and they didn't have a hard time grasping all of the expansion stuff. So glad I got it. I would recommend it as a must-buy for any fan of viticulture. Everything fits in the Viticulture Essential Edition box, which is great. I like it when expansions can do that. So, Viticulture Tuscany Essential Edition. And in my opinion, it is essential. So, thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.